What up, racers? AJ with Relentless Racing. Today we're going to be talking about how to gap piston rings. The key is not only to size the gaps properly, but also they need to be cut parallel. Incorrect gap sizes and non-parallel gaps lead to one, increased blow-by, which means that's a loss of power and increased oil consumption. Number two, engine damage. Too small of a gap equals center wall damage, scuffed pistons, and possible engine seizing. Number three, loss of compression. Non-parallel gaps equals reduced compression and less power. Number four, oil consumption. If the rings don't seal properly, oil passes through the ring gaps and your engine is not producing optimum power. Let's take a look at my K24A. Okay, this is my K24A block, and I'm cutting the second ring. So this is cylinder 4. So let's just measure where we're at. We are at, let's just try 17. 17 drops in pretty nicely. Let's try 18. It's a tight 18 is what that is, okay? So that's an 18. So let's take this thing out and take it to the ring filer. This is my ABS Products ring grinder, and this is the best thing that's on the market. What makes it so great is this turntable right here. So when it cuts the ring, it always cuts it tangential to the ring. If you have one of those ones that kind of rocks on it this way, it'll never ever be parallel here. So that's what makes this thing so great.
Yes, of course you can use one of these, but it can be challenging to make the ring gaps parallel.
In addition to that is when you push this thing in, you could watch this little gauge right here, and it tells you exactly how much you're taking off of the ring. So it makes gapping the rings a lot easier. And also the other great thing about this is as this thing wears, this is just one of those pieces of sandpaper that glues onto here. You can move this thing this way and it'll start using different parts of the sandpaper. So it takes you a long time to go through the sandpaper. You can kind of see right here, I've gone through this section right here, so I moved it a little bit forward. So how do you put this thing on? Pretty simple. You want to make sure that you're grinding on the top. So you have the mark right here. So that's the top, face that towards the top. And then you just want to make sure that the ring is actually touching on here and it's the exact same angle as this sanding section right here. So once you put that on there, and I already have this thing set, you just lock down your ring and that's it. So you turn the thing on and you start grinding away. Okay, let's position. Make sure that this guy is perfectly parallel right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Touching here, lock this puppy down. Now we're at 18, so I'm gonna cut 2 out of this thing. And that's what's so great about the ABS Products ring filer is I can control this. Just gotta be real careful and watch this needle right here. That's 1. I did it right there at 1.5. Let's just see what she looks like. Take this guy off, do a good cleaning of it, deburr rather. Okay, wipe that off, a little air. Let's go back to the block. Okay, this should be a really loose 19 or a tight 20. So here's 19. Loose. Well, not super tight anyway. So that's 18. Here's 20. And this is 20 right here. 20 feels good. There's a little bit of drag right there. And just for grins, let's just check 21. Let's see if we missed. 21 will not go in, which is awesome. So that's how to cut your rings.